Disclaimer, none of these views reflect anyone involved.
None of the things said on this podcast actually reflect anything that we would like to say to anyone.
Ever.
In a situation considered to be in good taste.
Ever.
Listen to at your own risk.
I miss Leon.
He was a grounding influence.
Yeah. I think maybe I'll just sneak a microphone into his house, and then I'll try to just edit his day-to-day talking into the cast and make it feel like he's there.
We could see if we could disguise somebody in Baltimore up as a child and go around to the schools that he teaches at.
Okay, I didn't know where that was going at first. Like, how are we going to use a child to lure Leon? And then I trusted you, Johnny, but...
I skirted the edge of disaster.
Yeah, I'm never quite sure.
It's what I do. So I'm supposed to sympathize with these assholes? Like, the first thing they do out of the gate is be like, we're a bunch of jerks. We throw babies off cliffs. And I'm like, you throw other people's babies off cliffs? And they're like, no, we throw our own babies off cliffs. And I'm like, well, maybe you're the good guys?
Well, first of all, maybe it's just me because I don't find babies sympathetic, so I actually was kind of rooting for the people throwing them off the cliffs. But even just discounting that, so what? I don't know. Who cares? I don't expect all of my heroes to be morally upright. It's nice to have some baby murderers every once in a while. Throw in some variety.
Johnny, this is the guy that likes a game where the main character shoots himself in the head to fight. So does it really surprise you that he enjoys movies about guys throwing babies off cliffs?
That is heartbreaking. How do you do that, Taylor? You're not a good person.
I am not. I do not want children in real life or in virtual life, so they can just all die.
See, I was the one advocating throwing babies off of cliffs earlier, but babies aren't the same as, like, teenagers. If teenagers just appear and they are your children, you can't throw them off cliffs because they have thoughts and opinions. Babies don't. Fuck babies. Don't fuck babies, actually.
You know, get your way through school, get your degree, put your lab coat on, get your cold stethoscope, stick it on people's butts, and be like, take this bottle of pills. And you can be bad at your job, and you can still be earning money hand over fist. That doesn't make you a good doctor.
There's a career path where you can just stick stethoscopes to people's butts.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I missed out. Like that.
Yeah, where can I get that job?
I'm sorry, Austin. You must have had the wrong high school guidance counselor.
Stethoscopes are like the listening devices, right? I feel like an idiot. That's what I'm not getting confused, right? Why would you be listening to someone's butt?
Why wouldn't you be listening to someone's butt?
Fair enough,
I'm sorry,
guess.
you get a job where literally you can walk into any room with anybody and be like, take your pants off. And they'll be like, okay.
I think that statement said a lot more about you than anything else. You just think that being a doctor means you can just command people to take their pants off, like that is the job.
Well, no, but I'm just saying that there comes
Johnny Maloney, pants sorcerer. It's just weird to think. It's like if there wasn't that tentacle rape book written in the mid-'80s, we wouldn't have Persona.
Thank God for tentacle rape.
Oh, that's staying in the bug. What's a kilometer?
A kilometer is a sensible distance of measurement.
It sounds like some bullshit. That's what it sounds like.
That civilized countries use to measure a car speed.
Oh, so, like, shut up, Johnny, because kilometers suck?
No, as in, like, shut up, Austin, the imperial system makes no goddamn sense.
You guys
no sense.
You guys are jealous.
No. Why would I be jealous? Of your feet and your yards?
You can't play football without yards.
I have a decameter, so in your face.
I'll deca you in the face.
and also, if you measure your anatomy in centimeters, everything sounds like it's way bigger.
I don't need to use that trick because I'm already comfortable with myself, Johnny. I'm sorry that you have to abuse the system of weights and measures to make you feel good about yourself.
Oh, why am I laughing?
Johnny's just sitting there crying himself to sleep. He's like, it's not that bad in centimeters. Fuck you, Johnny.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Johnny,
I'm just
you just
saying
hold
that
on. Let me read you a list of animals that are gay and not gay.
All right. Yeah. Hang on. We need to figure this out.
Woodchucks, totally gay, right? Vipers,
Woodchucks?
not gay.
Not gay. No.
Mongoose.
Howler monkeys, gay.
Giraffes.
Giraffes are bi-curious.
Giraffes are pretty fanciful.
They are pretty fanciful, but they can get pretty brutal. They've got like, I don't know, how long is the neck?
I'm not sure.
Like
I
your
don't know any
muscle.
giraffes. I don't know any giraffes personally.
Oh, okay.
It's okay, guys. I have a giraffe friend. That
Yeah.
makes this.
I'll ask him later. I'll post it.
And I'm sorry to announce this to you, Austin. I don't know if anybody's told you, but the Kinect cannot, in fact, suck your dick.
If it did, maybe I'd be a little more excited.
I would be too. I'd be like, wait a minute. There's something to this Xbox One. Final rating for this game. Excellent foot massage, but only on one foot.
See, I think that would just piss people off. Also, I don't think Metacritic would be able to average that in.
I have problems with Metacritic.
Metacritic has problems with you.
Oh, and this is where me, Metacritic, and a can of gasoline are going to work this out. Because I am going to need a lot of gas to drive to where Metacritic's offices are and give them a very reasonably worded letter about how sternly I feel of their aggregate rating system. Would you be a little more awake if I implied arson there?
I thought that was like the misdirection.
You're a misdirection.
And apart from that, I'm sorry, Johnny. I played Fire Emblem. I was hoping I could come into this podcast and be the one person that isn't going to talk with Austin about Fire Emblem. But
I'll say it for him. Who did you marry?
I haven't got that far.
Damn it, Yusuf! You should have waited to come on here. That's the fee for getting on this podcast, is talking about Fire Emblem and specifically your marriage situation.
Dare I ask how you stub a vagina?
I'll show you later, Robert.
Very purposefully.
Okay, thank you.
You have to make a very concerted effort to stub one's vagina.
I mean, if you walk into a coffee table at the wrong angle, these things happen. Like, you guys are acting like it's totally not possible to stub a vagina.
Well, I'm trying to break down the word stub. I'm looking up the dictionary definition of stub here.
Well, now the listeners are learning, so you're welcome.
To strike accidentally against a projecting object. Ha-ha! You cannot stub a vagina. It does not project. You could, however, stub a penis, though.
So would it be accurate to say you cannot stub the actual internal female genitalia, but you could stub, for example, the outside?
You could stub like the labia?
The labia or the mons pubis, if you will?
Yeah. I conceivably you could stub one of these things.
Okay. I think that's a fair compromise.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Just learning so much today.
Ladies, because I know you're listening, if you've ever awkwardly managed to stub your genitalia, would you describe it as a stub? Or is it more like you, I don't know, hammered?
I mean, if you have first-hand experience, it is your duty, it is your responsibility to let us know for
Educate the masses.
Yeah, we have.
I feel really dirty right now. we just asked our listeners to tell us stories about their genitals. Oh, don't get me wrong. I love my PC. Don't I, baby? Yeah. That's right. Looking good today. How you doing?
Look, you can start making out when the podcast is over. You don't have to do it right now.
I don't have to, but I kind of want to.
Johnny, were you gonna finish that thought? Did you have any more to that thought, or were you just gonna?
Sorry, I got a little distracted.
I'll
16 gigabytes in an hour. Fuck you, Jesus.
What did he have to do with it?
Nothing. I'm just now more powerful than Jesus.
People have tentacles inside their bodies, larger than their bodies. There's a character who gets infected.
It's been this way for some time in Resident Evil. I don't know if you've noticed.
No. Guys, it wasn't an acceptable level before, right? Sometimes tentacles happen, right?
Sometimes tentacles happen.
I've been to Japan recently.
That should be the motto of this show. Sometimes tentacles happen.
So this week, we are going to be discussing and dissecting Lars von Trier's Antichrist in as family-friendly a way as possible. So, we'll begin with a short synopsis of the plot of Antichrist. Austin, if you'd be so kind as to start us off.
Why do you do this to me, Johnny? Oh wait, I remember something. The baby falls out the window, or I guess has an unexpected meeting with the pavement. If you will.
There's a gravitational problem that the baby has involving a distance of exceptional height proportionate to its, let's say, let's say resistance to impact.
I would have used the word fragility. I like the word fragility.
We could use that as well. So this movie about this baby that has a fragility impairment involving, of course, high velocity on a purely y-axis basis.
I'm not sure. I put some X in there too.
There might be a little bit of X, but I consider it to be statistically negligible.
Fair enough.
The distance from the windowsill to the open air, I guess.
Yeah. There might have been a little bit of drift as well. I mean, because babies, let's be honest, not the most aerodynamically shaped things. Austin.
Jonathan.
Eat a dick.
Robert.
Did you just say your own name, Robert? I feel left out.
Oh, sorry. Leon.
There's a Google image here in Bonecraft of a lady RoboCop that has nipples.
Oh no! Oh no!
Are you seeing that, Austin? Do you see that?
Bonecraft. This episode's gonna be NC-17. In Bonecraft, you'll be able to bone all kinds of fantastical creatures like elf, orc, and robot girls. Robot is capitalized. I have no idea. Plus all the chicks you fell in love with from Bone Town. So it's intercontinuity, guys. It's like Dust and EVE Online.
Oh God.
The first sex gameplay featuring what the world's been waiting for. Elf pussy. Oh no!
So Robert's just a cacti reactionary then.
Do you hate all things with spines, or just cacti? Do you hate hedgehogs and
Hedgehogs
porcupines?
are cool,
Hey,
especially
I've got
if
a
they're
spine.
blue.
Do you hate all things that have pokey parts?
No,
Hey,
I like
I've got a
pokey
pokey part.
Do you?
Ladies.
He's talking about his nose.
You heard it here first, guys. Tentacle porn on BT.
It's not porn, technically. There's no nudity.
You guys heard it here first. Alluded to tentacle porn on BT.
Johnny, you have to watch some of these clips from this thing. Someone gets their vagina bit to death.
You want to give me nightmares? Is that what's going on here?
So badly do I want to give you nightmares. No matter what Square puts out, people say positive things. Like, they could release a Final Fantasy game that's just static, like nothing going on, and people will be like, no, you don't understand, give it a chance. Like, it has a lot of interesting things going on. Like, no matter what, people will defend those games.
So what you guys are saying is that I should try to get Square Enix to publish my Wang.
I just spit all over my computer, you dick.
All right, let a writing campaign commence. Dear Square Enix, have I got a product for you?
Johnny's Wang, rated E for everyone.
That sounds like an episode title if I've ever heard one.
They'll have to put a small disclaimer on the back, and like may contain small parts not suitable for children.
Let's talk about dicks getting cut off. Oh, that's video game related. I'm not just.
We just totally left you hanging.
Right.
Big block of awkward silence there.
Yeah.
You're a robot, Johnny. Say something robot-y.
Come with me if you want to live.
You didn't drink.
I'm sorry, Dave. I just can't do that.
I think you're better now. We've asked women to come on the podcast before, BT and Channel Awesome ladies, but,
Ladies.
something always comes up.
They look at the last episode's name, and it's like Dick Pageant Fairy Monster, and they're just like, maybe I don't want to do this podcast.
Although I have to give them this. They've gotten pretty elaborate at the excuses that we get. Like, I'm washing my hair just doesn't cut it anymore.
I mean, like, you can just buy a fleshlight if you really need something to have sex with. I mean, it's still not like the honorable decision, but it's definitely a lot more socially acceptable than buying a fuck robot.
Honorable, like a fucking samurai.
Yeah.
I could commit seppuku, or I could
Like
buy a fuck robot.
Like, I could still buy a fleshlight and get buried in a cemetery, I feel like. I feel like they don't have to throw my body out to shore at that point. But if I buy this, no. Mama's not coming to my funeral.
Why would I need, like, a candy bar of nuts when I could just be like, I will just have some fucking chili lime almonds or honey roasted peanuts?
You talk about those high class nuts.
I do not discriminate against nuts of any type.
Nuts.
I love nuts. I love putting nuts in my mouth.
That word has lost all meaning for me now. I was in a church group for a while, but then we got in trouble because I got into a fist fight
over who loves Jesus the most.
I think it was just for fun, but it was in the church, like during a thing.
So in the middle of a sermon, you two just got on the middle stage and just started punching each other, and then an announcer came down and started calling out shots.
Here's the thing I remember very specifically is that I hit someone with a chair.
Now I'm beginning to see the first baby steps towards an education in theology that young man Austin deciding where his fate in the future lays. You know what? I think I want to go to school and study theology. Chair in the face.
It's interesting. I think God would be totally down with that. He was all about the ass beatings.
Oh, absolutely. Saltiness, fibrous, dampness.
Johnny?
The screaming of your little sister.
Oh, Jesus.
This just took a really weird turn.
No, I'm sorry, the answer is eating your little sister's hair.
Can we not? Can we not? Can we not, Johnny? Just not.
I guess.
I think if they would have slapped a pair of tits on Drippy, you would have tried to figure out some way to legally marry it. Don't make me Photoshop that.
You're gonna have to.
I think you just volunteered.
Oh no. I think disappointed publisher parents should be like a recurring character on the show now. I'm not mad, Nintendo. I'm just disappointed.
You promised us. You promised us you were going to try the hardest you could.
Xbox. What did you do?
Go to your room, Microsoft. Go to your room until you learn what you've done.
Why can't you be more like Sony?
You're not my real dad. Oh, that's it. I'm getting the belt.
That should be the title or something.
No, use the phone book. It leaves less bruising. Because as I said, that if you discover something culturally that you're excited about, by no means should you engage in that culture if it doesn't belong to your race. Just like whites should marry whites, blacks should marry blacks, and Asians should marry other Asians. Although in this case, they should stay away from the Indians, because technically, although Indians are Asians, the Chinese shouldn't intermarry with them, nor the Japanese, nor the Koreans, nor the Indonesian people, because, guys, culture should stay pure, and nobody should engage in it unless you belong to that particular ethnic group.
I'm totally taking that soundbite out of context.
Do you have, like, any joy in your life at all?
Fire Emblem?
God, and I spend so much time shitting all over that. I'm sorry.
What's the running tally on times we've been too risque?
I think we're climbing up to 10. We're getting close to 10 times.
And we're at episode 71, so that's a pretty good percentage.
Yeah. It's
our batting average.
It's more percentage than you get in people who perish from throat cancer.
This just got dark.
All right, let's lighten it up a bit. It's a higher percentage than homosexuality in the North American population.
I have no idea what the percentages of that is.
I was under the impression that North America was 10%, between 10 and 15%, and that's not like, you know, there's 10 and 15% of people who are gay. You know, that's like 10 to 15% of people are gay, because there are like people who are like 100% gay, and then there are people that are like 60% gay. It's very complicated. The science is all over the map on this one. So
is that how it works?
Trust me, I always tell the truth.
Did you hear about the Steam sharing plan?
Yeah, I did, and I've already received from a number of our co-workers on the Blistered Thumbs page proposals for marriage.
Oh, that's nice.
Johnny, you saw my.
Yusuf has asked to marry me, to be in the family. I think Austin's working up to it.
I think Yusuf asked me too. I haven't said yes.
Oh, is that so? What a slut!
How terrible!
Don't slut shame Yusuf.
I'm not slut shaming him at all. There's nothing wrong with being a slut.
We are a proud people, Johnny.
Absolutely. Just do me a favor and answer the most important question about this for me. Tell me about Lightning's boobs.
She's in the game for like 5 minutes at the beginning, and that's it.
I'm like, the question still stands.
I didn't even notice. Honestly,
And you call yourself a press sneak fuck.
No, it didn't even occur to me to ogle her. I'm really bad at being a straight dude, honestly.
You know, Austin, I actually have a pretty good way to solve your fear. You know, they say the best way to get over your fear is to face it. So I would suggest taking a fish and shoving it in your pee hole.
Oh, Leon, I knew there was a reason that we were friends. It's your advice.
I'm a teacher, you know.
You're such a solid rock of encouragement and support.
I gotta tell you, if your country did have a lot of sex scandals, I would understand it a lot more.
No, I think when a Canadian politician has sex, people in Canada are like, nice.
Here comes Honey Boo Boo.
Have you don't know about Here Comes Honey Boo Boo?
I will in a second.
Oh boy, James, get ready to feel new levels of shame for the human race.
Oh my God. Google's just, like, preemptively saved me. Here Comes Honey Boo Boo is an American reality TV series on TLC featuring the family of Oh, my God, it's that family.
Ah, you recognize them by sight.
Oh, my God. Yes, I do. Because I'm pretty sure they've already been immortalized in memes and GIFs for months now.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Oh, my God, it's terrifying.
Maybe we just have a hate-on for gays.
Oh, we touch on gays all the time, literally and figuratively.
I touch as many gays as I possibly can. On gays. I touch on gays. Excuse me.
Wait, what do you think you said? In? Touch in gays?
I just said touch gays. I said touch as many gays as I can.
Okay. Our preposition confusion.
That's what happens when you get your head bashed in. Your prepositions get confused.
No, they couldn't, because they're trying to sell two messages. They're trying to sell to consumers that their product is the best and all your data is safe. And they're trying to sell to advertisers that their product is going to break new ground in stealing our information and selling it to them.
Yeah,
you can't. Right. Those two messages don't fucking jive. So it was never possible for them to come out ahead on this.
I guess there must come a point in time where, like, the guy who's getting the advertiser pitch goes, wait a fucking minute, that's me too. Like, that's the only, he's like, wow, that sounds really profitable and amazing and an invasion of privacy, and I guess I better not buy one of these X-Bones.
It's a lot more than I thought I'd be saying in favor of the latest Quantic Dream project.
Yeah, jeez, Austin, stop sucking David Cage's dick for a second, would you?
I'm sorry.
You just muted your mic because you're currently playing Pokemon, aren't you?
Oh my, you're really good. Yeah, that's exactly what just happened. Taylor, give me your 3DS friend code.
Okay. I'll post it in the chat.
I'm dead serious. If you guys start playing Pokemon together while we're doing this podcast, I'm gonna lose my shit. Oh my god, there's a novelization of Crawl.
Ah! I have to read it.
I think that noise Leon just made is my new ringtone.
Why would you even ask your audience what they want to see in women characters? That's just asking for trouble.
Because the only people who are going to be bothered to answer are like weird people who are going to say exactly that kind of stuff.
Yeah, probably.
More Chinese, please. just the most Chinese stripper soldier I could possibly have. More Chinese, the better. In fact, if she were a panda, that would be the best.
Panda stripper soldiers.
And if every single time you ever make a kill, it plays over top of the radio. Da na 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 na.
That's just really horrible, but yeah, that's what it sounds like they're doing.
Okay, I just googled panda stripper for reasons that are unclear to me.
Now you know that neither one of us is going to be running for public office.
Can you imagine?
Trying hard not to. 'Cause that sounds like it would be colossally embarrassing.
Oh my goodness. Johnny, who's running for mayor, was once involved in something called a cotton candy enema. Is that the kind of person you want running your city?
After that came out, I would really be curious to track down the people who still voted for me anyways.
Be like, what is wrong with you?
Be like, do you know what they said about me? Did you hear?
Are you into that? Like, is that why?
Are you like, is that like an invite or something? 'Cause let me tell you, you got to be a little bit more careful about who you decide to bring to these events. I get an email from them that's like, yeah, that jury selection thing, it's gone. Doesn't exist anymore. It isn't here. You don't come. And I'm like, oh, all right. And I'm wondering if they Googled me.
And it was like the fucking the marshmallow anal question came up.
I don't know, man. You know, like it seemed kind of weird. It seemed pretty strange that, like, you know. I'm also, just so we're clear on this one here, horizontal gene transfer refers to the transfer of genes between organisms in a manner other than traditional reproduction. So
non-traditional reproduction still counts?
I don't want to see that fan art. That's all I'm saying.
Please send that fan art to Sean at blisteredthumbs.net.
How do you feel about a mashup of High School Musical, Jaws, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
What is it?
I could be down with that. I love the Ninja Turtles.
Because then we could throw, like, a mutant shark in who accidentally eats some kids, and then we can have also martial arts fights.
Accidentally eat some kids? How do you accidentally eat kids?
Sometimes it happens. Maybe
you're walking. You never know.
You're running down the stairs really fast. They're running up the stairs really fast. You trip, and it's like, I mean, they're kids, Austin. You know, this isn't like a 5-bite affair. It's like at most 1.5. You know, just because you're connected to the internet and I'm looking at porn doesn't mean that your word processor works faster.
It might work sexier.
Well, anything connected to me works sexier, Austin.
Oh, Johnny.
Stay away from porn on the internet, kids.
That is bad advice.
It does weird things to your expectations.
Okay, forget video games. This is the conversation we're having now. We got two different viewpoints. Taylor, make your arguments.
It's fun to look at. That's pretty much all there is to it. But I
Johnny?
also see where Johnny's coming from as well.
Johnny, your rebuttal?
I'm merely saying that the actual act of being intimate with somebody in a realistic setting, that is, in real life, actually physically, you'd be surprised how unsuave and non-showy and surprisingly hairy being intimate with people is.
We already mentioned the hardware failure and the scarce launch library, but patches are coming. There's going to be hardware revisions. There'll be more games. So
and it's
those
still,
are temporary issues. Not
and it still smells like cordite and lady parts. So that's
where do you get your electronics fucking assembled, dude?
me. I don't know. I think they make guns.
That might be the episode title: Cordite and Lady Parts. Okay.
Yeah, there's some of those Canadian electronic manufacturers where they sell ammo and strip club and strippers at the same, like you're like
sell strippers.
No, they don't sell strippers, but it's like,
that's what you said.
I need this computer, and then they're like, sure, would you like ammo with that? I'd be like, absolutely. They'll be like, okay, it'll take us a little while to put your computer together. Why don't you have a seat here and get a lap dance? Canada's great, unless you want to go to university. Imagine you've got 3 ribs on your plate. Boom, you got 15. Eat them. I dare you.
For some reason, I was waiting for you to just go jam, 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 jam.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's the jam, 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 jam.
Austin, you're crazy.
Jam, 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 jam.
Stop jamming your jam in my jam.
Jonathan.
Actually, interesting fact, my name is not Jonathan.
It is now.
Are we singing? 'Cause I'll do my creed.
I don't know. I'm just feeling really weird.
Austin, you're editing this. Johnny just gave you the opportunity to put a funk soundtrack to the back of that.
Step right up. Please allow 30 days for delivery. No cheap imitations will be accepted. You can live in it, laugh in it, love in it, swim in it, sleep in it, live in it, love it. Removes embarrassing stains from conduit sheets. And it entertains visiting relatives. It turns a sandwich into a banquet. Tired of being the life of the party? Change your shorts, change your life. Change your life. Change into a 9-year-old Hindu boy. Get rid of your wife. You ever wonder when hamsters eat like their babies, if they're like, I wonder what that tastes like?
I reckon they think that's how you gain their power.
Yeah, but do you want to gain a baby's
If you
power?
eat enough of them, it's a slow building thing. You got to start with level 1 creatures and build up your XP.
So is that it? Are hamsters just like RPG fanatics?
The hamsters are just leveling up. And that's what you should tell your children when they witness that horrendous event.
Don't worry, kids. He's just trying to get to level
And then
2.
just to really finish the impression, just make sure you buy some tiny hamster armor and put it on him for the next day so they can see that he's leveled up.
So he's not a Squirtle anymore. He's a war turtle.
You didn't give him a nickname?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did. Steven.
Like, is that named after anyone in particular, or he just looked?
Not especially.
He just looked like a Steven.
He looked like a Steven. I'm currently I've got Audrey. Audrey is a bee drill. I've got Peter, who is a Pikachu. I've got Nigel, who is a Spearow. I've got Colin, who is a what is it? A Pidgey?
Yeah.
Yeah, a Pidgey. I've got Steven, a war turtle, and then I've got Derek, who is a Rattata.
Rattata.
Yeah.
I want to see fan art of Johnny's Pokemon team.
All right, and I've got Andrew the Weedle.
They're all so normal.
Marlene the Metapod. Dolores the Caterpie.
Caterpie.
Caterpie, sorry. Fred the male Nidoran.
Yeah.
Barbara the female Nidoran. Bradley the Mankey.
Uh-huh.
Clive the Zubat.
Oh, Clive.
Diane the Paris. And Belle the Magikarp.
Fantastic. Where I'm from, going to the doctor is like a year's salary. And sometimes you just would rather have crazy spine demons and die.
Austin,
Yes?
I feel bad for your dong.
My dong is fine.
I just, I know that you're in a steady relationship right now. That's good. Less chance of something terrible happening to it. But I'm just saying, if you wake up one morning and there's something wrong, okay?
Uh-huh.
Don't Google.
I will not Google something is wrong with my dong.
Just go to the doctor. Just go to the doctor.
Are you going to pay for it, Johnny? Are you going to foot my dong bill?
I might. I mean, as long as you can acknowledge that what you like isn't the new Bible. By the way, I got this thing. You're going to love it. It's the new Bible.
Isn't that Mormonism?
Game of the year. Mormonism. Game of the year, 2013. Did you know you can have wives plural?
No, didn't they patch that out?
It was a bug in a beta release. Yeah, they discovered that people weren't really that into it, so they decided to they nerfed the multiplayer.
Oh my gosh. I have to start referring to polygamy as multiplayer. It's like a one night stand is like drop in, drop out.
Yeah. Your magic underwear is God mode?
Oh, Jesus. This went in a really interesting direction. The thing is, I'm not worried about any Mormons getting up in arms because I'm going to go out on a limb here and say no Mormons listen to this podcast.
I've been watching Star Trek The Next Generation with my girlfriend. It gets her hot and bothered.
She probably wouldn't appreciate you saying that on the podcast. Okay.
I'm bragging. I'm bragging.
Is it
My lady gets frisky when somebody whips out the tricorder.
Oh my lord, this is taking a turn. Oh goodness.
Goodness, or maybe a little weirdness.
Is that how we're gonna end it?
No, right now I just want to end it by saying sorry.
To me?
Nah.
Or to okay.
Everybody, you included. Yeah, I'm sorry.